All right, let me say this. I'm, I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty. All right. Let's get one thing understood, so we won't so it won't get twisted. You don't how should I put it? You don't break up a fight and start one either. That's something that you don't do. Hey, foot soldier, let me say this. When I did my videos, when I first started out, I was talking about things that people did in different chats. And when you saying, I know what Eric is talking about, and I know who Eric talking about, and you start putting names on it, then you confirm what I said. I don't mind the help. I appreciate the help. I ain't got no problem with the criticizing. Okay? A lot of people criticize. But to tell me something about not to do a video on Lovely and James and Bad and Bougie about their marriage. I didn't do a video about nobody's marriage. I was making when I did a video and I said, husband, why you let your wives come out here and start stuff? You think I'm talking about them? You don't really know who I'm talking about. Like I said, I appreciate the heads up. Because, see, when you say certain things, you got to realize that Eric Brown is a grown man, and I'm going to talk and say what I want to say. My real life is more important than this fake one. Because when somebody talks about you or your property, that's a problem. When they start putting your face up and putting up your property, that's a problem. But then you got to go back and think and say, wait a minute, did Eric Brown ever did that? No. But you got a point, because I don't know who this Stuck is. Now, to me, he sound like Sweet and Low. Coming on there with a bunch of lips and tongue. I'm like, what's this? Eric Brown, no, you're right. I don't know you, and Eric Brown don't know anything about somebody's daughter. I don't know anything about somebody's daughter being stalked. When I did the video stalking, that came from something else. But I ain't got to explain myself to nobody. But I would talk about what I want to talk about. Because if you don't know somebody talking bad about you, if you don't know, you don't know. You can address it or you don't have to. But what Eric said, go back to all Eric videos and ask a question. Did Eric Brown say anything about you? Did he do anything to you? Eric supported you. You supported Eric. I'm not going to tell somebody who not to talk about. That's not good. But I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get Eric riled up so Eric can get in and start going in. Eric ain't that type of dude. All that is talk. Now you got to ask the question: is it, well, Eric, are you telling the truth, or are you up here just lying? We all make mistakes. You make you make a mistake. You make a mistake. Y'all had a thing over there. Y'all broke up. And like I said, I appreciate the help. But you don't break up a fight and then start one. Eric Brown, you better not talk about. No, Eric Brown is going to talk about what he want to talk about, because Eric Brown basically talking about everyday problems. I tell anybody, and I tell Stuck, the gay dude, or whatever his name is, the Bone Collector, or whatever that dude is, I tell him the same thing, and it ain't a hate crime because I'm telling it the way it is. I don't know you. You say you unsubscribe, unsubscribe. I tell any of them, unsubscribe if you feel that way. But Eric is lying. The Eric getting out here, cursing up a storm, talking all this and talking all that. If you people gonna let Eric know something, that's a proper way of doing it. Because I had to go back and listen to a video, and I'm like, wow, really? Don't talk about. Because everything, they not the only one on here that is married. There's a lot of wives on here. There's a lot of wives on here. Every time I talk about something, you take it the wrong way, people take it the wrong way and get mad about it. That's sad. That's sad. I wouldn't come in here either. I'm just saying. I mean, it don't make sense. Now I got it the second time, but when I had to go back to the original one, the one I saw, I said, wait a minute. But then I remember somebody mentioned something about child and stalking. I'm like, huh? I said, no. If there's a stalking, then you supposed to call the police. I meant that in mind. But it's just, it don't make sense to tell somebody don't talk about, no, I'm not going to address this. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to keep doing my live the way I've been doing it. People that come in here and they got something to say, they got something to say. If they say, what Kate Bridges said, if they don't carry the mess, she said, I heard the mess, but I don't carry it. It's understandable. Sometimes we don't know what's going on. But Stuck, or whatever your name is, the avatar with the lips and tongue is not good. You're sick. I don't know you. Please unsubscribe. And if you're going to say something about Eric Brown, at least show your face and where's the proof at. You say I'm on the phone with these people. Who are these people? I can't stand for these people. Y'all folk. I got friends say that, these people. Don't be saying these people, and you black too, or you so you say. That's not good. That's not good. I just thought I'd come out here and say that because, like I said before, it's embarrassing, it's sick, and it's sad. I don't know nothing about nobody's child or college. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You see cooking, or you see me talking about something else. But if somebody drag you and talk about your place, put your home out here, people talk about you, dog you, and y'all argue back and forth, and you tore it up, and you friends with them. Then you check your friend. Well, let me see. This friend here don't never say nothing bad about me. This a friend, associate, a YouTube follower, don't say nothing bad about me. Didn't even do me like that. So who is your best bud? Because I associate, affiliate with who I want. Because one thing about my associates, if I say something wrong, they correct me. If they say something wrong, I correct them. That's as simple as that. But nobody comes out here and tell another creator what to talk about, what not to talk about. And another thing, another creator gonna sit there and blame something on somebody else about he know who he know who stalk you, he know who do this, he know. I don't know nothing because I don't have nothing to do with that. And then, like I said, don't put Eric's name in it to get your name out of it. That don't even make sense. That's just like me blaming somebody else. Okay, I'm gonna blame let me use an example. I'm gonna blame Myron. Myron is this and Myron is this. Myron ain't got nothing to do with it. You got something to do with that individual. Not me. I don't know what's going on. But you put people in there so you can get the heat off you. That's what some people would do. They would do that to get the heat off of them. So they're going to put names in it. If I got a supporter and they come to my live, or somebody that ain't a supporter come to my live and say, well, you know, Foot Soldier said this, said that, I'm going to block them. No, you're lying. Then I'm going to go and talk to Foot Soldier. If Myron said, okay, let me go back and hear it for myself. See, because when I come in the live, sometimes I come in at the last minute. I don't hit the beginning. Sometimes you got to go back and get the beginning of it. Like, wait a minute, hold up. I appreciate it, but don't tell me about them. As much stuff they done did. They did this about some years ago. And I'm gonna tell you this too. When I did have my video, I didn't ask the men of the J4K. I didn't ask them anything. I ain't asked them nothing. I ain't said nothing to them. They came and said something to me. I didn't say nothing to them brothers. They came and said something to me. And the reason why I said what I said was the fact that I sit up and listen to people talk. And I saw somebody get their feelings hurt. And somebody keep riding on. I'm not saying, I told them, you got to learn to ignore them. So when I got my channel started, I addressed the unwanted, the invisible. I didn't call no names. But when I made a description, all of a sudden, all this talk. And then somebody said, well, what's called did a live on you? And I didn't even know she did a live on me. I'm like, for real? I'm not going to do no live on her. I'm not going to do a live on that person. Yeah, because I'm talking. I don't talk like some of y'all. I hear y'all cursing each other out, showing mom and dad is talking about kids, talking about mamas and daddy, dead relatives, dead grandmamas. Y'all going looking up folks' information. Now, if you had a problem with me speaking in my chat about individuals that you think I'm talking about, or you say, hey, I ain't stupid. Didn't nobody call you stupid. When you say that, I kind of wonder. I told all of y'all, I told everybody, I said, Eric is not finna argue with you because y'all won. I ain't finna do that. I said, if you got a problem with Eric Brown, if you got a problem with Eric Brown, I'm just telling you just like it is. Hit the comment section and we can talk about it. None of y'all didn't say anything. You don't like the title of my lives? Come holler at me. Let's talk about it. It's some things I see. I better not talk about nobody marriage. And first you got to get married. But the thing is, when I see the wrong, when I see stuff wrong, I see it wrong. I said something, but not to hurt. Just listen to my live. I'm just saying, listen to my live. Listen at the words that I use. Oh, some people can't understand you, Eric Brown. They feel that you slow because you don't use profanity. They talk about you slow, but they kiss people's behind that dog them out. And you got a dude over here, I might well call him luscious. He called himself stuck. I don't know who that dude is. I don't know what that monster is. I don't know what that thing is. Oh, Eric Brown. Oh, EB. Don't nobody call me EB but Monica. Respect me. Remember, the YouTube name is E. Riley. Yeah, EB is my real name. Yeah, Eric Brown is my real name. EB is my initials. I like E. Riley. E. Riley is my name. Stuck in others. Learn it well. It's sad. It's embarrassing. It don't make no. Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute. I ain't even looked down. Oh shoot. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, how you doing? You doing okay? What told you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. How you been doing? Oh shoot. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. See. If you can't come back up, yeah, it don't make sense. But I like I said, I appreciate things, you know what I'm saying. But y'all know I ain't that type of person to get into it and drag folks. I mean, it ain't no. I mean, what if I drag you? Cause I can do it. I was in school. I used to do it. I didn't even use no curse word. If I do that, I'm no better than none of y'all out here. And I'm not trying to get into it like that, but I'm gonna speak what I want to speak on. Oh, what you call talked about you. I hadn't heard it. But I did go back and I looked it up. There's a fungus among us. It just don't make sense. Somebody talk about the one that supports you, then you need to get on them and let them know, no, that ain't no, Cause I don't know you. Don't nobody know you. I don't know what to call it, Tracy or what. Foot soldier, can you come back up? Okay. Okay.
hey, I was back there for a while.
I'm sorry, because when I had to look in the back with a private chat. I said, oh, okay, yeah, I'm really laughing. You
But
don't tell me what to do. But I ain't trying to start nothing. I know somebody gonna make another video. Eric this, Eric Brown this. I said, I know what they trying to do. I know exactly what they trying to do. It's a setup by these actors. They want views. That's all they are. They want views. They come up with stories. They talk about each other so bad, and they want to drag Eric Brown in it. Eric Brown can't do nothing with it because I do my video how I do mine. I just can't help it. Because I may talk about pregnancy and somebody say, oh, Eric talked about what you call her. I said, oh, goodness. You know, yes. Oh, hey, Monica, how you doing? No one knows what that thing is. Oh, stick. About you. That's it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Go ahead. You got something to say for Soldier?
Yeah, what's up, Eric?
So,
Oh, I was hot last night. I was real hot. I was hot with you, Shakina, because how dare you threaten somebody on what to talk about? First of all, you talking about 2300, the liar, and Stuck, the liar. So why do you care if they said that Eric Brown knows who's stalking her daughter? First of all, I don't believe nobody's stalking her daughter. They have agencies in every city and state for that. Cyberbullying, stalking. So if someone was stalking her daughter, I don't think she would be on here addressing you. I
mm,
just felt like you had no right to tell this man what he should talk about. And you just named three people, but you had no problem. You said nothing about all the other people who've been talking about these people, doing numerous lives on these people. You pick Eric. Why? What I'm getting from you is you upset with him. You upset with people that support 2300. Who gives a fuck who support her ass? I don't. You shouldn't either. I get it. She constantly talk about your daughter, but you keep entertaining that shit. That's what she want, for you to constantly go back and forth with. And that's what you do. You talking about Stuck on Stupid, the same one that lied, that knew she lied on you about the $1,000. You want somebody to take her and him seriously. I get it, Eric. It's the lie. Now you handle that the way you want to handle that with her. But my hand ain't gonna be in nobody who support 2300, whether they mess with her or not. I have nothing to do with that. I have to worry about my own self. I don't fuck with her. It's still going to be FU 2300 forever. And Shakina, I left your chat respectfully. Respectfully respect that. As for the situation with me, you, 2300, and Betty, you separated yourself from me and Betty when Bam did a live. I told you that. Let's stay separate. I respect you enough not to mess with you. I don't care what she say. I don't care who support her. Got nothing to do with me and who I support. We all support people that a lot of us don't mess with. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I don't care. I don't care who she tell, what she tell, who believe her. I don't care. I'm done with that situation. The burden of proof is on her. She has yet to prove it. You already proved that she didn't give you the amount of money that she said she gave. You have a receipt of what she gave Betty. That's it. That's all. I'm not entertaining her anymore. So I respect if you keep my name out of that situation. So I'm done with it.
mm, mm.
No, because those people you spoke on, they can fend for themselves. Whatever issue they got with Eric, that's going to be their issue. I can't say much about it. I can't tell him what to talk about and what not to talk about. The first thing you always say, I'll be trying to run your chat. Nobody can tell you what to talk about,
Mm.
but you threatened that man. You said that he better not do a MF video on those three people.
Right. And a lot of times when I say something, I repeat what somebody said when they said they leaving YouTube, or they said don't speak on me and don't have nobody else speak on me. When a person said they leaving YouTube, they gone, they gone. They said it. Just repeating what they said. And some folk get mad because I said that. You get, I don't understand. So I don't try to do that. I try to talk mostly about different issues. But sometimes when I hear somebody live say something, I say, man, that ain't right. Ooh, that ain't right. Mm-mm. And get
No,
mad.
I just felt I was a little pissed off by it because I felt like you had no right to do that. You can't tell nobody what to talk about. Can't nobody tell you what to talk about.
Yeah.
And if you think that's right, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't. I don't like half the stuff you content creators talk about. I don't.
Hey, Rose Gold. Hey, Monica. Yeah, I'm like, man.
Those people, they can fend for themselves. If they have an issue with you and what you're talking about, they'll say something.
Hmm.
But you can't
Hey,
point fingers at one person when there's been numerous of people who done videos on them. I
yeah.
don't recall you coming out here saying anything to them.
Then they
Don't
cuss
call
you.
one if you're not going to call all.
Mm-hmm. Cause they cuss you out. They cuss people out on here. Talk about people dead relatives, dead family members. They do that. And I ain't gotta say nothing. All you gotta do is start cranking up some of these lives and listen to how them folks talk about it. They talk some serious fighting words. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah,
I'm,
but that's their thing.
right. I don't. Mm-mm. And like I said about Stuck, you got any proof? Because if you making that out, you saying I'm stalking or somebody stalking, call the police. That's what they for. But they gonna laugh at you. They talk
No,
about you.
just a lie. She wants you to address her on the lie because she allowed them to say it. You allow people to say shit in your chat. What's the difference? What's the
Mm,
difference? It's the
mm.
same. It's the same thing.
Right, Nanya. Right. It was the way the way you said. I'm like, what? Hold up. Oh, let's see. Some stuff been taken out of content. No.
Yeah,
No.
but where did he get it from? Did he get it from her or just an assumption?
Mm,
Because no, I don't believe nobody's stalking her daughter. She's a liar. No way somebody's stalking my child and I'm on here messing with people. Y'all
mm-hmm.
priorities all messed up on here. There's no way somebody's stalking my daughter and I'm on here messing with people.
Ooh. And then you gotta have proof. And I told them a long time ago, if you got a problem with what Eric Brown said, hey, we can hit the comment. We can talk about it. But nobody want to do that. I said, okay. I kept on talking. And then they said, oh, you talking about so. You making confirmation. And then did nobody make a lie? So, Eric Brown lied about something. I lied about it. Come on now. Mm-mm.
I'm not putting my hand in it when it comes to how you deal with her, whether you continue to support her or not. I don't have nothing to do with that. I have to worry about my own self.
Because she comes from my chat. And I just welcome her to open arms. I always tell people they welcome to my chat. I used to tell everybody that a lot. You welcome my chat with open arms.
Well, people got to understand, right? When people lie on you, the onus becomes on them. The burden of proof is on her. So if somebody's stalking your daughter, or you told that man that you know who it is, and you get mad because I'm in the chat too. Do you want the people that do that too? You get mad because I'm in the chat. I've been in this chat before you came over here. Y'all do that. Y'all get mad when people be in certain chats, but then say you can go where you want to go. You had no issue. You not getting no energy from me no more than what I already gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. So get a grip. You're gonna be in this chat, then you be in this chat. What you're not gonna do is come in here and constantly throw shots. I don't believe in that blocking. If you know this man's chat is not about that mess, don't bring the mess here. Or you will get blocked. Then you'll get mad with Eric because you feel like he's taking up for me. Your issue with me was because I did not attack Shakina when you wanted me to. I'm not a follower, I'm not an ass kisser, and I'm not a go along to get along for nobody on this social media app. Okay? So if that's what you're looking for, not gonna happen. Any issue I told you I had with her, I would take it up with her. But that wasn't enough for you. You had to put me in it. You said I scammed you. Where's your proof? You have none because it didn't happen. So
Right.
I'm not worried about who likes me, who don't like you. Y'all worry about the wrong things. Who cares who likes who? If me being fake and phony just so you can like me, you can have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said, man, that don't make sense. That don't make no common sense. And then get like I said, and like I said, you can't just tell somebody who they can't talk about. But the thing is, then you ask the question, is it true? Because you ain't gotta even do you can stop doing the live and sit up there and see people dogging each other out. Somebody else gonna talk about it. Somebody else gonna go at it. You ain't gonna say nothing. I mean,
Well, a lot of these beefs are old though. A lot of it is old.
because
It's
like you
old beefs, long-term beefs. I don't think a lot of people will ever. You saying that you hope they work it out, it ain't happening. Just like me and her, I would never mess with 2300 on nothing.
and like I said, I ain't trying to get into it with nobody. I really ain't. I see something. I listen to something, then and then I talk about it. If there's certain situations dealing with people, even with politics, I just talk. I go to somebody chat and I don't agree with them. I'm not gonna say what I want to say in they chat. I wait that come to mind. But sometimes people attack me because of the simple fact that I don't use profane language. That's just me. I just don't do that.
So are
Or
you
the
going
way
to
I
use
talk.
it? Are
I
you
just,
going to use it because they attack you? Are you going to start using profanity?
oh, I'm not gonna start using. I'm gonna still be
I
me.
just asked.
I'm just gonna be me. Stop. You're gonna make me laugh. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna be me. They just some folks just say, "Well, we're gonna put Eric in it. We're gonna just go at Eric. We're gonna drag Eric. You drag Eric is one thing, coming to putting your hands on it in real life, that's totally different.
Yeah,
So I like
but
to say, I ain't no
but
thug,
you just running around lying on people.
I ain't no
So
killer. I'm just saying.
so
Ooh,
you're not, you're lying on people. That
mm,
doesn't make you look well. You're a liar.
right. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, Monica,
Hello.
how you
Hey,
doing?
hey, Monica.
Hi, foot soldier. So can I get the public version of this, or do I have to wait for the behind the scenes version of this?
Okay, the public version is 2300 did a live. She has a friend named Stuck on Stupid. He called himself Short. They've been tight forever. They have an issue with Shakina. So for some reason, Stuck said that Eric knows who's stalking 2300's daughter. So Shakina gets wind of it and talks about it. But in the process of her talking about it, she wants Eric basically to address it and not address Lovely, James, and Kales. Her words were, you better not do a motherfucking video on Lovely, King James, and Kales, because she feels like if you're not going to address 2300, you shouldn't be talking about them. That's where she's coming from with it. My issue was you had no right to do that. You had no right to tell that man what to talk about.
Okay, so is this the live she made yesterday that
Yes.
Eric and I both was in the live and then she
Yeah.
shut the live down when Eric
Eric,
came in the room?
yeah, I guess it was sent to me. And I told that person after yesterday, don't send me nothing else. Don't send me nothing else. Because my thing is this. When we stop messing with people for whatever reason, maybe we don't like what they're saying or their behavior, I feel like I shouldn't watch them. Because
Well,
all
let
it does
me
is it pissed me off. It pissed me off. I mean, I was like livid, but I don't have a channel. Nobody was live, so I couldn't express it. So I feel like when that happens, it wasn't meant for me to say nothing at that time because I was hot.
all right. So all right. I didn't know Sakina had a daughter. I mean, I know Sakina got daughters.
No, this is
Um,
2300 daughter that's supposed to
20.
be
I didn't
shot.
know 2300 had a daughter.
Yes, she has a
That
daughter and a
um.
son.
So, um. So is this statement that Stuck made? Is it on
Yes.
his platform?
No, I think it was
Okay.
on 2300s. I'm not sure. It was
All right.
either
I'll
on
go
it
back
was
and look.
on either one. I don't know which one it was.
Okay.
Is
Sakina. Sakina got a problem with 2300. That's Sakina and 2300's problem. Has been forever and a day. They got an
Yes.
ongoing something that don't include none of us on this platform and none of us probably in this in this whole non-sector, because they don't even know what the name of
No,
that thing
it
is.
kind of it included me and Betty Richardson because she said we scammed as
Oh.
well. We scammed along with Shakina.
Oh. Y'all
But
took money
now
from somebody?
from her,
Oh.
we scammed her. Shakina was 1,000. I was up to last I checked, I was three something. I don't know how $25 became three something, but oh well. Betty was three something. Some bull. The issue that became
Is
with
that
us.
Betty Bolden?
No, Betty Richardson,
Oh,
not
Betty
Betty.
Richardson. Oh,
Yeah, or
okay.
Betty Roberts. She go by either one. The issue became me and Betty got thrown in it because we wouldn't align ourselves with her to attack Shakina. So then she threw us in it as scammers as well. My thing is this. When Bam did a live about the situation, and Shakina was in there, and she said she didn't know what 2300 gave us. She right, she didn't know when it popped off. But as time went on, she said she believed that she lied on us. But to me, when you did that, you distance yourself. As far as I'm concerned, your issue with 2300 is your issue. We then went over it, under it, through it with this lady, and me and Betty are done with it. So she keep bringing us up. Like yesterday, she was like, "Well, you ain't talk about Foot Soldier and and Betty." What I get from that, every time you bring us up, then she talks about us again. But her main goal has been on you, Shakina, not me and Betty. We're not entertaining it. So I appreciate it if you wouldn't equate us with the situation anymore. We done with it. We are. We don't care
Eric,
what you say.
did you say anything recently as it relates to this situation at all?
who me? No, I didn't
Were
know.
you
Like I said,
aware of any of
no,
this?
I wasn't aware of it until she said something about it because I don't know who this Stuck is. So I never.
All
When
right,
they
it don't
said
matter who. It don't matter who Stuck is. Did
no, no,
you
no,
know?
no, I didn't. That's what I'm telling you. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
did you know that? Did you know that 2300 has a daughter?
I believe, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Did you know anything about her daughter being stalked?
Uh, no, that's the first time.
Okay. Yeah, this the first I hear she had a daughter, and it's the first I'm hearing that her daughter was even being targeted by anybody up here. So now, Sakina, it's the burden is on you to prove before you could come out here and tell Eric he needs to bust a move on this daughter comment. First you need to make sure that Eric was even aware of any of this stuff. So what you should have done was ask a question, not accuse him of doing something because you want to deflect from the other people. See, here's the problem right now. Some other people want to want to bring themselves back out here. I'm gonna say it right now. Lovely the Great, don't come out here until you apologize to Monica Mo Justice for putting a
Yeah.
lie out here that I call husband number 4. So Sakina could try to slip you through the back door, the side door, or the driveway. But you first need to come out here and clean up your mess that you started before you went into this whole husband and I running amok on the community and whatever little scam y'all tried to do with the I don't know what it was with the membership shiz. That's not important to me. What's important is you coming back out here and cleaning up that my husband number 4, Monica reached out to husband number 4. See, all you lying heifers, what y'all do is y'all make up stories, then y'all go and hide somewhere and think the story's gonna blow over and then come back on some other stuff.
Mm.
Mm.
And that's it. All I know, whatever's going on with 2300 and Sakina, I'm not getting in the middle of it. It ain't got nothing to do with Monica.
Exactly.
Period.
And it has nothing to do with Foot Soldier. I'm out of it. I don't care what she say. I don't believe her daughter. I'm sorry. I don't believe her daughter's being stopped. You talking about 2 lying people. I don't believe that. She's in Cali, I think. Last I heard, her daughter is a beautiful daughter. She's in college. If somebody's stalking my daughter, I'm going to handle that the way I'm supposed to handle that. I'm not going to be on YouTube going back and forth with somebody about a lie you told, because you have yet to come out here and prove that it was true.
Question.
All right,
Question. I want to ask both of y'all. If your daughter, let's say, for example, your daughter is being stalked, do you get a police? I know you go to the police department and tell them this person, somebody is stalking them, or whoever it is, they put a name on it. Don't they get a police report? And
They have agencies for that, Eric. They have agencies for that.
Okay.
my answer right now is going to be, if they're being stalked by the people on this internet, more than likely no, because it's going to be very difficult to get a police report.
No,
So it all depends on who's doing the stalking.
yeah, because when you said they taking pictures at a college, my thing is, well, you got to
How
be
do
in.
you know this?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Now
saying.
you see, all right, but listen, Eric, listen to what you're about to say, and I need you to put an address on it. So where did you get that from? Because you just finished saying you don't know nothing about her daughter being stalked, and now you're about to tell us about some college stuff. So start that off with,
Oh,
as per
that
so
college.
and so.
Okay, no, wait a minute, because okay, first of all, that right there was already said in Sakina's chat.
Okay, so again, you're putting out whatever story Sakina, who's got a problem with 2300, is putting out here. So now you're putting yourself, right? Listen to me very carefully. You're accepting the mission and getting yourself marinated in their issue. So think about how when you marinate your chicken and stuff like that, you put the seasoning on there, now you putting the sauce on there, you're
No.
marinating in
I
their
was
issue.
asking. No. I was asking y'all a question. That's why I was asking, because if you saying this is stuff is happening, then where's
This
any
is
proof?
stuff she's saying. This is stuff she's saying. 2300 has put out there that her child is being stalked. I know for a fact she has a son, she has a daughter. Daughter's in college. But she's going back and forth with someone. She's accusing one person. Now it's supposed to be Eric knows who it is, that he be on the phones with this person. I don't know.
Okay, so wait a
I
second.
wouldn't entertain it first and foremost, because she's a liar. And your issue is with that person, right? And your issue is with whoever. Y'all both had the same issue. You seem like what I'm getting, Sakina, you seem like you have an issue with who supports her based on the fact that she lied on you. She's a liar. That's been proven already. Stop entertaining the shit. Stop.
All
Stop
right,
it.
and I think the people around here, honestly, so if I'm reading what Nanya's saying correctly in the chat, Nanya's saying that Sakina was trying to warn Eric Brown that this was going on. So how does she go from warning Eric Brown about what was being said about him someplace else to
And direct
threatening
them.
Eric Brown about the other stuff she got going on in her room, around the people that she's around? How is that possible?
It's not.
So at the end of the day, it's still malicious. So you could come out here and say, "Oh, I want to address Eric Brown. Let Eric Brown know See, these people, they're so daggone phony around here. If you wanted to come at Eric Brown for your friends, right? Come at Eric Brown for your friends. Don't be making up an excuse to come at somebody. That's weak. Weak as ASF. Notice how I'm being so cordial with my words. At the end of the day, if you got a problem with Eric Brown, take your problem up with Eric Brown. Don't segue it by trying to deflect and be like, hey, I'm addressing Eric because of this. But meantime, between time, Eric, shut up about this. Cause then it makes you look weak. It makes you look bothered. And the last time I checked, people were running around here getting what was it? Transfusions and stuff. None of you folks are in good health to be out here doing these unhealthy things by arguing with folks and raising y'all blood pressure and making yourselves sicker by investing in this negative behavior. Some of us have more days behind us than we have ahead of us. By engaging in these kind of activities, you are making you lose your last breath. You just taking, you just making your days are numbered, and you're just either getting there quicker, shorter, or whatever with foolishness.
Yeah, your state of mind means a lot when you sick. If your mind and your energy ain't right, your illness ain't gonna be right. You're gonna start to deteriorate or whatever your illness is. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, stop entertaining that girl's foolishness. That's all whatever problem she had with you, I don't know. All I know, her whole thing with all of us was a lie. And you proved that she lied. So I don't even know why you constantly keep going back and forth. I get it. She talk about your daughter. So what? Your daughter's a beautiful daughter. She's doing well. What can somebody tell you about your daughter that you don't know about your daughter? You understand me?
I'm not even gonna go there because I'm not even gonna go there because I think I got an opinion on that. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there with the
I'm just
not
saying,
about
when
pretty
people
or
lie
ugly
on you,
and stuff.
right? But let me ask you this: when someone lies on you, doesn't the burden of proof becomes on them more so than you?
Anybody that puts an allegation, when you are the person making the allegation, the burden of proof is on you. You're like the prosecutor. You got to prove your allegation.
And they haven't proved it.
And they haven't. But in this particular case, when it comes down to Sakina, right? And my observations of Sakina adores being some people's friends on here. So she's only trying to make brownie points to get back in with some friends that she had because she came out looking like one, oh, I don't know what's going on here. Don't say I was part of the play. So she's just trying to get back in good with her original bosom buddies around here. So if you can't recognize that with this whole thing with Eric Brown and then coming out with the threat and the threat is targeted for don't you say nothing about my good old friends, it's an obvious link. Yo, Sakina, pick up your phone, call your former friend that left the YouTube and just make nice with her. You don't have to do it like this. And when you get on the phone with her, tell her Monica's looking for that apology. That's all I'm saying. Give you a reason to call. Let me just help you find a reason to call her so you don't have to be seeking attention this way. And threatening Eric Brown, that's a real lame move. Wrong. It's just real lame. You better than that, or you should at least be better than that.
And I have an issue with people talking about age. First of all, you have to get there. You're not going to stay 30-something and 40-something forever. Every year we have a birthday. So you can't put people's behavior on their age. If anything, you should look at yourself in a different way. Hey, do I still want to constantly do this dumb shit that I'm doing? The back and forth every year with the same old person over the same old thing? No, I
No,
don't.
that beef is not. That beef is not. That dispute, because I'm not gonna call it a beef. It's a dispute. That dispute is not healthy. When you find yourself waking up with other issues going on in your life, you have to manage the things that you want to spend time on. I'm not taking my last breath arguing with people on this internet. That I'm not gonna do.
Nope, it's not worth it.
I've known too many people on here that have gotten in disputes with other folks and they didn't wake up the next day to tell us about it.
Nope, they sure didn't.
And that person they was disputing with, guess what they doing? They still breathing. Cause in the
Yep.
words of 50 Cent, they here for a reason. You was here for a season and your season is up. No way I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
6 years ago when I stepped on the scene, I was a firecracker, ready to fight. Thought I'd be knocking down things. 6 years later, nah, sorry. I'm in a different headspace. And eventually I think some people will get there too. It's called maturity. It's called growth. The reason why you don't see it in some of these people is because they stagnant. They don't know what it is. But when you start to see other people move away and not take on certain challenges or make certain things their own issues, you start to acknowledge the growth. I just know I'm not waking up in nobody's hospital room because, first of all, that costs money and I don't got time for that either. It's too much stuff. It's too much stuff going on out here. I just spent this week. I just spent a couple of days ago going to a town hall meeting where the people are concerned about the migrants in New York and the impact they're having on our communities based on where they're trying to, temporarily shelter them. Now, as
Yeah,
a New Yorker,
they were saying something about that. What's going on?
I don't know, but I got invited to a town hall, another meeting with the mayor this week. So I'll get y'all some video footage when
Yeah,
I'm
someone
meeting with
was
the
talking about
mayor.
that. But
Yeah.
we're not speaking on the things that we need to speak on.
Yeah, that's a serious situation. Let me tell y'all what else happened. I was gonna save it for my live this tomorrow. So
Oh, can
while
you
we
do
in
me a
this
favor
meeting,
when you go
go ahead.
live, Monica? Can you do me a favor?
Go ahead.
Speak up.
It depends which software I'm using.
Girl, I
Cause
had earphones on. I'm like, what is she saying? I want to hear what she's saying. I can't hear her. She's talking so softly.
well, which one did you listen to lately?
I listen to most of them. I
Oh,
didn't think
okay.
I listened
No,
to
because
the.
I had to fix the mic issue the other day, so I was wondering if it got improved.
I
But
didn't
you let
listen
me
to
know
your
on this
last
one.
one. I didn't listen to
All
your
right.
last one.
I
The
think
one
the last,
before.
well, second to last, because I think one I did while I was doing the thing. But let me just tell y'all what happened. We in the meeting, and this Mexican whatever comes inside there. He's obviously wanting to panhandle from us, ask us for some money or something. So he followed somebody into the meeting spot. These are not like public meetings where there's signs outside saying, "Hey, this is a meeting" or whatever. So I got the feeling when the guy entered, I felt like I was in the Charleston church when Dylan Ruth entered
Oh Lord.
and wanted to pray with the people. I was like, oh, Monica got to get up out of here. Something ain't right. Like, I got to go. The guy got a little bit shaken and he left. So I was explaining to them, I was like, what would have happened if this man would have came in here with bad intentions? We
That's
don't
it.
got no security
Nope.
man in this thing because they didn't call in for the police, like, because we normally have police presence at the meeting. He didn't have any of that. So I was just like,
Do
oh
you
my
have
goodness.
chairs though, right? There's
Who?
chairs. Throw a chair.
Oh, girl, there's not enough chair gonna save you if a person come in there and shoots
So,
up the place, or a person
yeah,
comes in there and stabs up the people inside there.
like they did that shopping. That where was it? A shopping center? Inside a shopping center or a store?
Or the guy who walked into the church
Yeah,
and prayed with the people and then
yeah.
sat up there and slaughtered
And
them.
then they took him to get something to eat before they took him to jail.
Yeah, the police, he had his last meal.
Hmm,
Allegedly.
he didn't.
His
Yeah,
last meal.
allegedly.
Because, he might, well, I'm saying allegedly his last meal because he might get to walk the streets again. You never know when it comes down to them and justice. Um, I need to look and see if did his trial even go through. I never followed it after that.
But someone said you can't lock up evil.
You can't lock up evil, but you could try to pray it out the way. I can tell you that much. And
Hmm.
then you can't even do that because it'll enter and be sitting right amongst you. But it was
True.
just interesting that happened. So we're going to a meeting this week with the mayor, and I guess the migrant issue is the problem. But check this out, right? In the white neighborhood, and I hate to sound, prejudiced, but in
Well,
the
you calling
neighborhoods
it
that
for what
are,
it is. You're not being prejudiced. You
yeah.
calling it for what it is.
So what's happening in Queens, because I live in Queens, they
Okay.
have an empty mental institution that I guess
Mm-hmm.
it has closed down, right? Creedmoor. It doesn't have enough patients or whatever, so it's not functioning. So they want to convert that into a place for the migrants to stay at
Mm-hmm.
until they can figure out what to do with them. So because that is located in a predominantly white neighborhood, they are
Mm-hmm.
out in droves talking about, no, you're not going to put them in our backyard. Meantime, between time, I live off of the airport. So all
Mm-hmm.
of the airport hotels are being temporary locations for these people where they're throwing out residents that are living in there, or other people that rented it, like they rented a stay at the hotel. The
Right.
hotel threw them out. So that's what somebody came to the meeting and said, that they were staying at the hotel and the hotel threw them out. So to bring in the migrants. So they're in our backyard. We don't even know about it. But the white folks over there are saying, don't bring them over here at all. And no one's dare put them over there. But us, they're not even asking our consent if they could do it. So there's two separate worlds going on. In the black community, you can dump them with anything. In the white community, you got to ask permission to do it. Hold meetings, so it's like we're looking at the inequity, right? We're talking about equitable behavior. We're looking at the inequity of what they're doing. So we're gonna go to the meeting and speak to the mayor. But I told the people that selected me to be our representative to speak. I don't know what I'm speaking to because I don't got enough evidence to have a formulated opinion if this is good or bad. I'm
So
going
when is
on
the
what
meeting
somebody
though?
said. It's on the 13th. But so hopefully they'll bring me some statistics, or else I'll just be sitting there looking at the mayor like he's stupid.
Girl, they doing that here when it comes to what they don't want in their neighborhoods as opposed to what they put in our neighborhoods.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can.
No, no, I was just looking at when you talk the what's it called? Okay. Well,
No, but they do that here, Monica. They do the same thing.
They just put them in your neighborhood without no
Not just that, when it comes to med centers and issues with the medical people that they pile into these homes where people don't have no place to live, they put the regular people with the mental people. They have one mental hospital. We have all these vacant buildings. They can build all these hotels, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to mental health, it's not being addressed. But they want to bring these people in, and in a year's time, they be owning these stores and gas stations and things of that nature. While you see homeless people all around the way. If you go in a white neighborhood, they say, "Well, we don't want this here," and they don't get it there.
Hmm.
They don't get it
The
there.
problem is that New York right now has a black mayor. He's going to
Yeah.
put them there. So that's not going to be the issue. The issue is going to be once they're there, right? Now they're in
Mhm.
the community. So that's down the block from us, right? Cuz we're not talking about like they're not miles away from us. Like they're not in Brooklyn and we're in Queens. You're still putting them in Queens, which
Yeah.
means they're gonna get around and be in all of our backyards. So whatever
Mhm.
they're doing over there, robbing people's houses and stuff, they're gonna cross over that little highway and we're gonna be next. You understand? So everything that's happening over there, we need to begin to prepare ourselves so that either we avoid it from happening to us. You just have to be better prepared. But they're gonna get them. I doubt they're gonna have enough bandwidth to prevent it from happening because that's a whole campus over there. Like it's
Mm.
a whole hospital campus that they can actually gate up, keep them in. But what I know one of the arguments are when you live in a shelter, right? When you're homeless in New York and you
Mhm.
live in a shelter, you have a curfew and you got to come in, sign in with the facility, and be there within, whatever the parameters, whatever the rules are for being in that shelter. In these migrant camps, they have no rules for them. They can come and go as they please. They don't have any curfew. So people want the same restrictions that you would have on the homeless people for the migrants. They want the same accountability. So I know that's one of the issues. So
That's a big issue.
yeah, because they're saying like you got a curfew, so that keeps them off the streets doing things. You got them looking for, but there's no work visas, so I know that people wanted them to get work status, which again is gonna mess with other people who do work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they'll do any kind of work, so they'll take work away from people that really work, legally work. Cause somebody will hire one of them to clean a yard for a
Yep.
hundred
Sound
dollars.
like a hot mess, child.
Yeah, so there's a lot of issues going on. So what I'm saying is that the stuff I'm hearing here still on this internet is not gonna make or break me. Sakina talking about somebody talking about Eric Brown may know who's speaking on who's stalking somebody else's daughter is the most irrational thing to come out here and talk about when there are more serious things going on. That's not that serious. And I'm not saying that being somebody's daughter being stalked is not serious. The topic of Eric Brown knows the person is not that serious. Cause that's just an allegation. You don't even know if he really knows the person. Who's the person doing the stalking? Why don't y'all put a name on that so then we could figure out if Eric Brown is talking to that person? Cause I know I speak to Eric Brown and I ain't stalking nobody's anything.
That child ain't being stalked no more than you and I is.
Mm-hmm.
Both are agendas, okay?
But Eric, how many friends you got on this internet?
Shoot, I don't know how many. I'm about to
What do
ask
you
you the
mean
same
you don't
thing.
know how many?
I got a lot of I got a lot of associates. I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of people I talk to. I mean, I ain't gonna
That
sit up.
you talk to offline. I'm not asking you to name your people, but you got a lot of people you talk to offline.
Nah, not a lot. No, not a lot. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do you know anybody in the people that you got on that short list of people that would do something like that?
Oh,
No, so your people not even capable of some shit like that. Ew. Sorry.
Not to
uh-uh.
mention that it's not happening, I'm
I don't
telling
mess
you.
with. If I know that about you, no, I have to separate myself. I say, yeah, we were cool, but when you do stuff like that, certain stuff, I back up off of that. Because when
So that's
somebody
another
tell
point
you,
to be made. Yeah.
somebody say that about you, a lot of times you like, well, huh, you on my phone? How you know who I'm talking to? You got proof? Show your face. Oh, you can't show your face. You can't show your face, Twan. That's what your name is, Twan. Stuff.
Torn.
I made up
Okay.
something.
I get
The
it.
way
I
Twan.
got it. I got it. I got it, Eric. Listen, I'm telling y'all, that's not happening. There's two agendas being pushed right now.
Hmm. I
Nobody's
agree.
stalking her daughter over. Nobody's stalking her daughter. At least not the people I support that I know about. No, nobody's got that time and energy for that. Nobody. If it is, there are places you can go to and handle that. Not be on YouTube messing with people. If
Mm.
you ain't posting something, you doing lives on that person. Listen, when people have allegations like that, if I know I got somebody stalking me, I'm not trying to talk to that person.
Me
I'm not
neither.
trying to talk to that person at all. So that means when you make those allegations and you do that paperwork, you're not going to get nowhere if they find out you talking to the stalker. Might as well invite the stalker in your house. If you it won't be a stalker no more. Problem solved, right?
Mm.
That's stupid to me. You don't make those kind of allegations. There are proper things you can do to handle that. Not be on YouTube lying on people or messing
Hmm.
with people. This is a known liar, okay? She's a known liar.
Mm.
You never finished the thing about the call to your relative. You never produced any. You said you had audio that was never produced. So just to get
Okay,
at
so
that
are you
person,
saying that the person, so let me just make sure I'm following this right. So if I told y'all somebody called my sister, I'm supposed to now produce that somebody called my sister?
the person that you say did it. You know, this person said
Oh.
they called your family, and you the one that put it out there that you had audio. You
But
said,
how you gonna know who called?
but she said it was that person, that same person that's going
Oh,
back and forth with her. She have audio, but
oh,
she never played the audio. I mean,
oh.
so, and if that person called, that's another thing. If somebody's calling, stalking, there are ways where you got to handle that in a different way. You can't get on here and argue with the person. That's not stalking anymore. That's not bullying anymore. You do what you need to do and be done with it. If that happens, I don't believe none of it. That's just me. I don't believe it. From being around this person, we all used to be in the same chat together.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, we get it. I get it. I get it, foot soldier. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Mm.
No, I
Yeah, we
mean,
learn. You know,
I
we're
have
learning
some.
about this.
Oh, you didn't know? No, the issue became she came out and said that Shakina scammed her. And
Mm.
she said X amount of dollars. So Shakina showed what she had, all her proof. Then you think she would let it go. So I said something about it. She do me in it. So now I scammed her. And Betty Richardson scammed her. So we all three scammed her. And she been carrying that lie for the longest.
Oh, okay.
So me and Betty declined to stop going back and forth with her. So we barely be brought up. She is very, very upset with Shakina for whatever reason. Why? She said, "Oh, you're a liar for Soldier. You knew she was lying." I don't know nothing.
Mm.
You want me to go at her with you, and I refuse to do it. My issue when me and her was tight, I would call her up, and whatever issue I had with Shakina, we work it out that way. And I'm still
Oh, y'all were all. Oh, okay. I didn't know
no
that piece.
Shakina, no Shakina never talked to her on the phone. She never wanted me to give her number. I'm saying when I had issues with Shakina, I would call
Mhm.
her and we work it out. I'm an advocate for that. If I talk to you on the regular, you have an issue with me, we talk all the time, then all of a sudden you want to do it live on me, you couldn't call me. I don't care what the issue was. That's the way I like to do it. That's
Okay.
just me. So it's been a whole hot mess ever since. There's a lot more I can say about it to put it all into perspective. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny the way stuff worked out with that situation. But me and Betty, we was on the panel with Shakina. We was going back and forth with 2300 day in, day out, day in, day out. I'm like, man, I'm done. She can say what she want to who she want. I don't care. I don't. I just was hot about the threat. That's what made me hot. And you listening to that liar.
Okay.
Miss, I got everything. We bums. We don't have no money. You got this, you got that. One of them type of people. You do very well for yourself. Great job. Two beautiful kids. Grandson. Kids doing well. You did good. But to put her on that whatchamacallit, when it comes to the YouTube, no, don't do that. You was telling last I checked, you was telling that person, go ahead and do what they say they was gonna do, which was follow your child. That's the last I heard. You said it, lady, out your mouth, as if you wasn't bothered, and that you would take care of the necessary steps to counteract that. So now you got him coming out here throwing Eric in the midst because I really believe she mad with you, Eric, because of what I said to her last time she was in the chat. People tell you, oh, I support you, but when you have an issue with somebody, you want that person to have an issue. I don't want Eric to have an issue with her. I don't want any of her. I don't want any of her supporters to have an issue with her based on what her and my issue is. That wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be right. Because we can't do it like that. If we do things that way, we all will be separated. We all be separated because at some point in these chats, there's people in there who don't mess with one another. But when you come into a space that you've been coming in for a long time, you know what that space gives. So why bring that negative stuff there? It's not about blocking so you can't see what they say. No. You come in here correct. But don't come in here at all. Being childish for someone, yes, of that age. A lot of people on here act like they childish. Act like they in high school. Oh, you don't like this person, so you shouldn't like this person. Well, I rock with this person, but I don't. I talk to people today on a personal level who mess with people I don't mess with. It has nothing to do with them and my relationship. Nobody can change that, but the parties are involved. So another thing, Shakina, when you say people are hating on you and don't want you to grow, can't nobody stop you from growing but you. You can't say that off of what people say about you. If you really want to grow your channel, it will grow. No matter what nobody say. Nobody's hating on you. At least I'm not hating on you. That's like a relationship. Everybody want to blame other people. It's the parties involved is at fault. do not allow other outside influences to come in and mess with that. And we got a lot of outside influences.
Well, I tell y'all this. I'm about to wrap it up, but I want to thank y'all for coming up on the panel.
Hey,
And
Brent, I'm gonna need you to stay out of trouble.
stay out of trouble. I ain't scared of trouble in the first place. Sometimes when it's knocked on my door, so but it is what it is. But like I said before, I'm gonna,
Just don't open the door. Look out the peephole, right? Hey,
what you say? What you say?
don't open the door. Look out the peephole.
Yeah, don't open the door.
No,
I
you know how the devil works. He can't just come in. You have to invite him in.
Right, right. And people get, like I said, people get mad because you said something and they like, oh, you talking about me. It ain't all about you. Because a whole lot of people do the
Oh
same
my
thing that you
God.
do. I'm just saying. And
Eric,
that's
how long you been on? Eric, how long you been on this YouTube apparatus?
I can't be more tell you. It been on here for a while.
What's a while? 4 years, 5 years?
Uh,
So when at some point that you've been around a lot of these people, did you learn anything? I say this all the time. A lot of us been on here. Those who know who does what, who's good, who's bad, who you can talk to, who you can't talk to, things of
right,
that nature. So when you're in these spaces and you see, for me in life, it matters how you treat people. If you
right.
treat people badly, that's not going to fare well for you.
Oh, won't.
So it's easy to be to if you want to address something, address it, but know your worth first and foremost. Okay, if you're not getting the respect and the support that you feel like you give, then you move around.
Right. That's true. I agree with that. Because sometimes you can go to different platforms. You can go to positivity is my thing. Yeah, positivity. But
It's
sometimes
out there. It's out there. It depends on what you're looking for.
right, right. That's true. Because a
And
lot of
I ain't
people,
repping no sectors. I ain't repping nothing.
right. Because some of them can do a live. I ain't seen Eric Brown. A lot of time I ain't. I may be in certain lives. I may speak. Hey, how you doing? And I don't agree with going on. Sometimes I skedaddle. Simple
Well,
as
do what's
yeah.
best for you, Eric. That's okay. Because trust and believe they are. Well, it's good talking to you guys.
All
Uh,
right.
I'll see y'all around.
All
All
right.
right.
Y'all. Yeah. And hey, Foot Soldier.
Yeah.
We trying to figure out when is he gonna make the debut.
You want me to do a live on you, Eric?
No, you can do it live on me, but make sure you tell the truth. No, I was messing with who was that? People's Lounge in my last live. She said whenever she ready, I said, yeah, boy,
Yeah.
that is the blockbuster there. But
No, this is, you're gonna address what you're gonna address. You're gonna speak how you're gonna speak. Everybody speak differently. It
right,
is what it is. Everybody fight differently. I get that.
yeah.
But a lot of this stuff is lies. I
Mhm.
don't bit more believe a child's being stalked. If it is, there are agencies for that.
Right,
Not on There's not on YouTube per se. You can't go back and forth with somebody you're accusing of stalking or bullying. You can't go back and forth with these people and have any kind of
right.
evidence that for your case. If that's the case, I don't believe it, but that's just me.
I would be surprised if there be a well, I ain't gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna hear this again. They always say. I said,
Yeah,
and
I'm done.
I'm
I'm
not gonna
done
go
with
back.
it.
Yeah, I'm not going back and forth. Okay, next. Yep. Well, all right then. Y'all take care. Take care. foot soldier.
Ain't nothing yet,
Hey,
Teen Angel.
okay. You take care. All right, y'all. Bye bye.
All right.